Welcome to Training Camp with Eddie George, the show that takes a gamer off the couch and drops them into the world of their favorite sport in exchange for all their video game knowledge. Today we take one of the best ballers in the country at NBA Street V3 to New York City to get an in-depth look at playground basketball. Blacktop legends Bobito Garcia and Ali Mo school us in ways of the New York courts. Lace up your kicks. It's training camp. Let's go. Training Camp with Eddie George, where gamers and athletes collide.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Training Camp, the show that single-handedly teaches you how to dominate a game. I'm your host, Eddie George. And today we're going all the way to Gary, Indiana to hook up with PJ, one of the best ballers in the nation at NBA Street Volume 3. PJ is going to bless us with his knowledge of the game. And in return, we're going to send him to the birthplace of playground basketball. That's right, the NYC. But first, let's get to know PJ.
What's up with the world? My name is Aaron Henderson, a.k.a. PJ, you know what I'm saying? I'm one of the illest dudes in NBA Street Volume 3, please believe. Well, we're in Gary, Indiana right now. That's where I'm from, born and raised. The city that everybody knows where Michael Jackson and his family is from. This is my dog, Dozier, 4-month-old Great Dane that looks like a full-size dog. And I love this little dude like he was a child. He was my own. I graduated from Roosevelt High School. After that, I went to the United States Air Force. I really enjoyed my time when I was in the military. But my career was ended when I came back home to visit. I got hospitalized, so they gave me a choice to stay or either leave, and I took the choice to leave. Well, people around here in Gary and nearby cities or whatever, they know about me when it comes down to video games, any kind of video game. And they know I'm good at what I do. Yeah, I never was the type that really played physical sports like basketball and football. I always was the type that played video games all my life ever since I was a little kid. So I got good at what I did and stayed on my skills, and I became one of the best gamers in the world. And I don't think that there's no one that can top me. My friend Sammy, he's the only one that really plays the game with me on a regular basis. He's the only person right now that's trying to get some competition and be able to beat me one day, but I don't think it's going to happen. And I done played the game online also, and I really haven't had any competition on that. I can't find a person that can beat me yet, and I'm still looking. If anybody in the world wants to challenge me in NBA Streets Volume 3, Gary, Indiana is where you can find me.
Now, we've had the chance to step into PJ's world. Now it's time to find out a little bit more about this game, NBA Street Volume 3.
That's right, people. Basketball is now worldwide.
Legends are born on the blacktop. If you have no game, you get no respect. Streetball isn't for the weak-hearted. And to be a true legend, you have to prove your skills on the court. Make sure you have your high tops laced up tight, because you don't want to get your ankles broken as NBA Street V3 takes Streetball to the next level. The follow-up to the platinum-selling NBA Street series, V3 hits the pavement with high-flying, rim-rocking, dime-dropping, heart-stopping, 3-on-3 action. Oh, man! This game features today's biggest and best NBA stars and a collection of the league's all-time legends, from Pistol Pete to the good doctor himself. As well as a Hall of Fame cast of past Street characters like your old-school cat Stretch, killing them softly with the finger roll. New features include an all-new trick stick and interactive game breaker control, which will elevate your game to new heights, bringing one-of-a-kind style to the court.
We're going to have the bananas bungee dunk contest right now.
Be sure to check out the all-new hot-to-death dunk contest. The jams you can throw down in this one are bananas. Staying true to the old school, V3 features classic artists as well as up-and-coming talent for your listening pleasure as you posterize cats left and right.
What's up? These the boys.
The legendary Beastie Boys provide the title track and have also been digitized into the game as unlockable and damn near unstoppable characters with a license to ill. So you think you have what it takes to ball with the best from New York's legendary Rucker Park all the way to the West Coast's own Mosswood Court? These playgrounds are no joke. The best players in the world get embarrassed here daily. Step up and put your rep on the line.
We have to take a quick break, but when we come back, PJ's going to give us everything we need to know about B3. Plus, we're headed to the birthplace of playground basketball, the NYC, baby. So keep it locked.
Discovering the secret of my past will be nearly impossible. I'll take those odds. Meet Shadow the Hedgehog. His mysterious past holds the key to the world's future. Is he a hero or a villain? You decide. Either way, you'll have a blast. Rated E10 for ages 10 and up.
53, call now.
The show that made it okay to consider girls on a trampoline a spectator sport. The show that made it okay to laugh at a midget just because he's a midget. Gentlemen, it's okay to be a man again.
Blast away!
The Man Show is back tonight at 10 p.m. on G4.
Training Camp with Eddie George, where gamers and athletes collide.
Welcome back to Training Camp, where we drop our gamers into their favorite sports in exchange for their gaming secrets. I'm Eddie George. Now, we've already met PJ, one of the best B3 players in the world. We're about to take him to NYC to see what's up on the blacktop, but first, he has to lace us with some of his game tips, so get your playbooks out and get ready for lesson number 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, lesson number 1. Dribbling is very important to the game because it gets trick points to build up your game breaker. Dribbling is also good because you can stop the opponent from getting the ball. You can make them fall, make them look pitiful on the court and get extra trick points.
This separates the real deal from the also ran.
And for pump fakes, you just tap the B button. I mean, a lot of people, when they think they're going to do a pump fake, they hold the B button down a little bit too long. You don't hold it down, you just tap and get a pump fake. When it comes down to stealing the ball from your opponent, if they're just standing in front of you, you push the X button, you can easily rip them. But if they're doing trick moves, you have to hold down 2 turbo buttons, and you push the X button, and they'll do a thing called a trick counter. So when they're doing their trick moves, you hold down 2 turbo buttons, and you push the X button, and it's going to do a trick counter, and you'll have the ball, and you can do whatever.
For more of PJ's tips, check out our website at g4tv.com/trainingcamp.
Now, we've sent PJ off to New York to learn the streetball culture, but first he has to look the part. We sent him to Rucker Sportswear to get some new gear. Check this out.
Welcome to Rucker Sports World. I see the gear, man. It's hard. It's tight. I like it.
Because the Mecca, man. This is it.
I see you got a lot of celebrities that be rocking your clothes. Who is the top people that you keep fitted up with your gear?
50 Cent, Cassidy, Lil Jon, a lot of NBA players, Carmelo.
When did it get started?
Got a little picture here. This is Holcomb Rucker. He started the Rucker tournament in 1946. He really didn't start it to have a clothing line or even so much a famous basketball tournament. Basically, he did it to help underprivileged kids get off the streets and to organize some of the basketball tournaments and send them to school.
It started out just, street ball, local guys coming in, proving they can play. A lot of the NBA players, professional players started hearing about it, and they felt it was a proving ground. They wanted to come down and prove they can play too.
A lot of famous people have played at Rucker Park. Julius Erving played 5 summers at Rucker Park, Dr. J. Will Chamberlain, Earl Monroe, Bill Bradley, Dave Collins. So, pretty much name that they played there. We're basically trying to keep that tradition alive and that, that heritage alive in what we do with our tournament as well.
This is my first time coming to New York, and I want to know, like, what would you think I look good in, you know what I'm saying, to get me recognized in the streets?
Well, first of all, you can't go wrong with something that's branded. Rucker really represents New York, you know, all over the world.
You know, you hear Rucker, so
Okay.
we're gonna, you know, definitely fix you and have you looking good. Let's see what they do then. I appreciate this, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to go and hit the streets, check out some of these parts or whatever, check out the work and some of the other ones, you know what I'm saying? And see what kind of reaction I get.
You're killing me right now.
Take care of everybody.
We have to take a quick break, but when we come back, PJ is going to give us some more V3 knowledge, and we're teaching PJ all about the NY and his street ball roots in a minute.
Training Camp with Eddie George, where gamers and athletes collide.
Welcome back to Training Camp, the show where we immerse gamers into their favorite sport in exchange for their gaming knowledge. I'm Eddie George. Now, PJ is fitted, looking so fresh and so clean. He's about to hit the New York City playgrounds, but before he does that, he's got to give us some more gaming tips. So get your notebooks out and get ready for lesson number 2.
Now, NBA Streets Volume 3 is equipped with a new thing called the trick stick. When you hold down turbo buttons and you push it up, it'll do a certain trick move. You push it down, it'll do a certain trick move. Left, right, same way. The trick stick is important to the game because it helps you advance on your opponent a little bit better when you're playing against them, because they might not know what you're capable of if you know how to work that trick stick.
Yeah, take that, and that, and that.
Trick points, they are a very key element in this game. You could start off by doing trick moves by just pushing the X button. But to get better trick moves, you hold down 1 turbo button, 2 turbo buttons, or all 3, and all 3 turbo buttons, that's the best trick move that they'll do. And then it gets you a lot of trick points.
Alright, that's the range I like to see.
Turbo blocks are worth 2,500 trick points, and they're a valuable element in the game. When doing turbo blocks, you have to push down 2 turbo buttons to do a turbo block. And when doing that, instead of the player jumping up to smack the ball, they're going to jump up and catch the ball. And then you can just pass it off to another team member on your team and score the points.
For more of PJ's tips, check out our website at G4TV.com/trainingcamp.
Now, PJ's looking the part. Now it's time for us to drop some knowledge on him, to teach him the history of street ball. We're hooking him up with playground icons from New York City. He's a writer, a DJ, a sneaker connoisseur, and a ball player. He's also the voice of V3, the legendary Bobbito Garcia.
Yo, peace everybody, my name is Bobbito Garcia, aka DJ Cucumber Slice. Ooh, ooh, stop playing. Right here, New York resident, born and bred for life. And I'm a DJ, a writer, an editor-in-chief of a magazine, as well as a ball player.
Ooh, he caught the boost. He boosted crazy. Yes, this gentleman here has to get custom shower head. Yao Ming.
Amongst other things, I'm also the announcer for the video game NBA Street Volume 2, also Volume 3.
The crowd is going berserker with.
So, yo, let me introduce you where you at officially. West 4th Street Courts.
The West Village, Streetball's tourist trap number 1. A round corner with half a full court, fit with metal out-of-bounds screens. We don't need no sidelines. Set shots inside 10 feet, we tossing it off the fence. Get it out of here. We get busy. This is the cage.
When you see the court in the game, you're not even realizing how much history is embedded right here in the concrete.
And the court looks just like on the game.
Well, they do a great job. They bring cameras out here. They bring design directors, lighting. You know, I mean, that's what the game is trying to make it as real for you who's from Indiana to sense what New York is like.
Man, your voice on the game, it sounds just like it, man.
Greenwich Village, everyone.
I try to close my eyes and think about the arguing out here. I try to think about, like, just that energy that's out there, and then bringing it to the studio.
That's cool. That's cool. I love to have your job, man, straight up, because it seems like you have fun.
What other courts you want to peep?
I want to peep out the ruck and see what that's about. That's that's the favorite court that I want to see, because I like it on the game, because it be looking so tough.
That's one of the most famous courts in the whole world outdoors. So let's say you up there. I can
So look on here and check that out.
All right.
At first, it was PS 156 Playground. Now it's 155th and 8th with the style so great. Out-of-town point guards got a hard way to go, and getting dunked on might seal your credibility's fate. Home of the boogie and alley-oops abounding alongside full-court fables. Young Kareem Abdul-Jabbar versus Wilt the Stilt. Even KG smacked uptown's greatest glass. Harlem's basketball hotbed, the Rucker.
I can't actually believe that I'm here at the Rucker, man. This looks good.
This is hollow ground. This is more, you can't get more hollow ground than right here. This is Rucker Park, 155th Street, 8th Avenue in Harlem, Manhattan, uptown. I mean, basically for the last 40 years, we've had the best outdoor basketball that you could imagine in the world right here in this park. If you're not in the NBA, basically, this might very well be the closest thing to it for your career. And even players in Brooklyn and Queens and Staten Island and Bronx, they realize that if they want to make a name, a legendary name in New York, at some point, they got to splash Rucker Park. Yeah. I mean, even standing here talking to you right now, I'm getting like misty, you know? Rucker Park is great. Just being out here, just watching, it's just something special about it.
Well, it was a blessing coming here with you, Bobito, checking out the Rucker and everything. I appreciate you showing me around, helping me out and everything like that.
Anytime you come to New York, we come up here, you know, maybe get a slice of pizza, hang out on the stands, whatever.
I'll kick it with you whenever I come
Get
back.
a turkey sandwich, whatever.
When we come back, we're going to give you all the knowledge you need to know to kill people at NBA Street. Plus, we're hooking up with the king of playground, the Black Widow, Ally Mo. In a minute, y'all.
What is the...
I'm Eddie George. This season, instead of working out with trainers, I worked out with gamers.
Come on, give it. You got nothing.
In exchange for tips on the video game, we put them in the real game. Training Camp, the only show where gamers and athletes collide. Right, guys?
G4's Training Camp, hosted by Eddie George, Tuesday at 11:30, only on G4.
Training Camp with Eddie George, where gamers and athletes collide.
Welcome to Training Camp, the show where we give our gamers a first-hand look at their favorite sport in exchange for all of their gaming tips. I'm Eddie George. Now, PJ got a first-hand lesson about the courts of New York. Now we're going to see if he can hang on the court with the legendary Harlem's finest, Ally Mo. But first, PJ has to give us his final game tips. Give it to us, PJ.
Game breakers. That's the most important part of the game, because it can help you get so many points, and it can take so many points away from your opposing player. If you don't use your game breaker within a limited amount of time, it goes away by itself. And you'll have to start all over again and build your game breaker level back up. When you're doing your combos, you have to watch the combo meter, because if you take too long in finishing the combo, you don't get any trick points at all, or the game breaker level doesn't even go up that much. If you do a game breaker dunk, you have to do trick moves in the air while you're doing the game breaker dunk. But when you're doing this game breaker dunk, you gotta watch your man, because if you're doing so many tricks and he's coming close to the rim, he's still doing a trick, he's not gonna dunk, he's gonna fall. Now, with everything that I've talked about and showed you today, I mean, it should make you a better baller when it comes down to NBA Street Volume 3. Hopefully, one day you'll be able to beat me. But till then, get them skills up there and come holler at you.
For more of PJ's tips, check out our website at g4tv.com/trainingcamp.
Now, we've given PJ a new wardrobe and a history lesson. Now it's time to see if he can hang with one of the best, Ally Mo. This should be good.
Let me show you something, DJ. So you know you go back to Indiana, you know what I'm saying? Got a couple of moves for you that they don't have in the game. But it's all about setting the person up, you know? You always got to set the person up. You don't want to go straight into your move. Like, I'm going to let you see me doing this. I'm going to let you see me throwing it behind my back. So then when I come up on you, and I'm hitting it right back. You're throwing it behind your back, but you're hitting it right back. This is a move you can pull off in a game. This ain't one of those, that ain't going to get you nowhere. You can get a guy, you can come down, boom, boom, and pull up or pass it, you know? Listen, you try it. See if you've been listening. I'm gonna show you a legal move when you're in the game. When I'm in the game, I can just go. See? I can go like this. You don't know where the ball at, you see? And I'm right around you, see? Just like that. That's something you can do in the game. You know what I'm saying? So you ready to get it on? Or you wanna keep postponing this? Let's get to work. All right. Hey, this ball ain't smaller than me. This ain't like a girl's ball? Yeah. They went and got us a girl's ball. We're gonna take the game to 10 by 1, so that's really 20. You know, I ain't gonna try to, you know. I see I'm heavy favorite. I'm gonna basically see some jump shots, you know. But let's get it on. It's your ball first. You ready? I'm gonna guard you with my hands behind my back. Now this Nike over here. Oh, 1 zip. Oh man, I'm losing. Can't let him get his third time. He don't know where the ball at. I knew I was gonna get him. Hey, this ball kind of messed up. I can't really dribble it. Batty. Keep it at the basket. Watch your legs, though. See? Ooh, crap. That was something you could do in a real game. Oh, hey, yo. Oh, I told you I was going to do it to you. Now, I showed you every move I was trying to tell you about when you wasn't listening. Hey, yo! That move ain't worked with you yet. Oh, 8-2. And who can you do that? 9. 5.
He got skills on the court, but he can't do nothing with me on that game. I ain't even sure.
Batty. Get on the controller, dude.
You got me on the court. You
can't
can't
wait
me on the
till
sticks.
Why play the game when I can really play it? Like, you know? That was just a video game right there. That was Harlem Live, 2005.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. DJ has taught us everything we need to know at NBA Street Volume 3, and we introduced him to the streetball culture. Please hit us on the website at G4TV.com/trainingcamp. Well, you know who I am. Until next time, stay tuned for our next training camp. Peace.